Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. I'm your host, Dr. James Stacey Cooley, and wow, we got another absolutely fantastic show coming your way today. This guest has been on numerous times, and every time that she's on, she bring it. She bring it. And we're gonna be talking about a topic that's so important. And we're gonna be talking about a book. Her book is the title of the topic that we're gonna be talking about. But I'm not gonna get that away right now. How you doing, Dr. McCool? Dr. Michelle Cooley?
I am doing great. We love having this guest. She's really amazing, and she has a lot of wisdom and insight. So we're really excited to have her back on the show.
I'm excited to have her back on. Man, she's been away for a couple of months, at least 3. She got to enlighten us, excite us, and just educate us. So how are you doing out there, Todd? How you doing, man?
I'm always good. Back holding it down in California for you guys. I know you're out there in Texas, and so is your guest. So I was saying today, instead of bags of popcorn, we need slices of Texas toast.
I think we need a whole lot
more
of
slices.
And so, Todd, let's get ready to do this. Let's bring television, radio, podcasts, live streaming platforms all in at the same time.
All right, we're gonna lock them in here. Here we go. We're starting in about 10 seconds. It's Your Life with James Cooley starting here soon. Here we go. We're locking into the station. You're going to catch the last seconds of this commercial.
MyPillow.com. It's Your Life is sponsored by James J.C. Cooley.
Dr. James J.C. Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life.
Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and I tell you, we got this absolutely fantastic show coming your way today. We got a guest that's been on the show numerous of times, and every time that she is on, she brings excitement, enlightenment, and she educates us on a lot of things that is truly that we need to know. And so I am excited to have her back on. I can't give it away because Michelle would beat me up if I started doing her job. And Todd, we don't want to do Michelle's job. So hey, Michelle, can you please introduce the title of the show, the purpose of the show, and introduce this absolutely magnificent young lady?
Oh, most definitely. So the title of today's show is Are You Present? We're having a sit-down discussion with Dr. Stacey Bulluck. She is a CEO, president, transformational speaker, evangelist, media host, and author. She's going to discuss being aware of who you are, how awareness is a key for success, how awareness empowers us, and how to recognize your worth. She's the owner and founder of Power and Resilience Workforce Development and Life Coaching Agency. She provides workforce development training and individual life skills. Wow. Training through the coaching agency. She's the president and CEO of Order Steps Incorporated, a nonprofit serving homeless women and formerly incarcerated women, veterans. She's a best-selling author of 2 spiritual self-help books. She's currently working on her 5th book titled, Are You Present? She's a transformational speaker, certified John Maxwell leadership coach, a civil servant, ordained evangelist, and host of Choose for Everyday Living, a TV show that can be seen on YouTube and all social media platforms. Wow, she has received the first Community Impact Achievement Award from a social group, who serves the Los Angeles, California community. She was an honoree of the annual 2023 Sisters Supporting Sisters Pink Carpet Honoree for her service to veterans in Long Beach, California. She's an Army veteran, has served a little under 18 years when she advanced to the rank of Staff Sergeant. So there's so much to tell you about this guest. Hi, Dr. Stacey. Welcome back, Dr. Stacey Bulluck, to the show.
I love it. I love it. Thank you all for having me. Oh my goodness. The applause. That was good. That was good. I like that.
Hey, it's always a pleasure having you on the show, Stacey. It's always a pleasure. And we miss you. We miss you. We're glad that you settled into Houston already. And glad that you're back on to help enlighten our viewers and our listeners. But I had to put this up. Hey, whichever platform that you're watching this on, whether it's E36 Television, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, or over 68 Live, other platforms, all you had to do is just go to the platform that you're watching this on, ask any questions in the comments that you might have, or you can pick up the phone, KCBQ AM 1170, FM 96.1, San Diego. Dial 1-888-344-1170. We'll get you an answer. Become part of the party. So, Stacey, can you tell our viewers and listeners what have you been doing lately? I mean, I track you on Facebook and all social media platforms. You're doing a lot, but can you tell our viewers some of the things that you're doing?
This first 5 months of being in Houston, Texas has been an adventure for me because it threw me some curveballs that I wasn't expecting. So, when you ask me what I've been doing, as far as what I've been doing for my self-growth personally is navigating through deep waters. And so that kind of put a little damper on me moving stuff, but didn't stop me. Hear me clearly. It won't stop me. So I did finish the book, Are You Present, that we're going to speak about today. It is going through the process so that it can be the best-selling book that people have read, along with all of the other ones that Dr. JC has done. And so that's what I've been doing mainly, is focusing on this book and getting an understanding as to why Stacey is in Texas. And that's so key for all of us. That's the premise of life, understanding your why for that moment. And so that's what I've been doing. And it's been quite a growth journey, and I'm excited about it because we talked a little bit about it right before coming on the show. Was just announced yesterday that I have been given a new position to not just write policy, but write it for the second largest federal government agency in the country. Yes, that does deserve that. That was, so me navigating through brought me to this.
Wow. I mean, Stacey, you are doing so many great things out there. I know Michelle mentioned a lot of them when through the introduction. Trying to squeeze your bio into a time slot where, we can get most of the things in there. So hey, tell me about this new book of yours. I can't wait. I'm certainly going to demand a signed copy of it from you. But tell our viewers and our listeners a little bit about why you came up with the title of your new book, and when can they expect to get it?
Well, they can expect to get it in October 2024. So there's a book signing going to be happening in Washington, D.C. If you are in the area, come on down to 1029 Vermont Avenue. We're going to be 2 blocks away from the White House and having a good time with a book signing. But the book, I took a photograph because I do photography as well. So I took a photograph, but when I took the picture, I didn't get the full view of what I was looking at until the photo was actually on the screen and I was editing it and cutting it and changing it and rearranging it. I hope y'all hear what I'm saying between the lines. So once I saw that I had missed an extremely important component, that it was the title of the picture, that it gave me the awareness of what the title of the photograph should be. And the title of the photograph is a man and his dog, because that's what I missed. And I wanted to have that up and behind me. Maybe I'll figure it out in between breaks and change the background, but it's a man and his dog. But in the far view is the Long Beach port at the beautiful time of day. It was sunset. So I was captivated by the sunset and by the port and missing what was right there in front of me almost. It was off to the left a little bit. So this photograph encouraged this journey with this book. And because I want us to understand that, yes, we have big dreams, big goals, and we're thinking big. Dr. J.C. Cooley's statement. And we are doing that, but we are not going to get there tomorrow. There are going to be steps that we have to take, and don't miss what's right there in front of you.
We always have to dream big, think big, and be big, and come up with ideas that God planned on our mind. You mentioned Long Beach. Let them know that that's Long Beach, California. And you still live. You still live there. You still got houses there as well. So you're Californian in Texas, just like me.
Yes. Yes. So go ahead.
You mentioned, we got about a minute before the break. You mentioned resilience. What makes Dr. Stacey Bulluck resilient?
What makes me resilient is that I keep going. I keep how can I say, focused during times of adversity. I keep passing the tests. Wasn't always like this, though. Don't get me wrong. It was not. It's through training, maturing, not just maturing in age, but maturing in thought, maturing in speech, doing the things that are necessary for me to get to the next step. But I just said something this morning on Facebook, and I'm going to cut it short. I said that my first 5 months here were very interesting. They brought me some growth and resilient power.
Hold that thought, because I want to pick it back up.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna let you off the hook like that. You're educating a lot of us right now. And I tell you, if you want to be part of this conversation with Dr. Stacey Bulluck, all you have to do is go to the platform that you're watching us on, ask any questions that you might have, or pick up the phone and dial 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. KCB Crew to answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
There's more stories of greatness to help you overcome adversity coming up on It's Your Life with James Cooley.
A black Doctor James J.C. Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life. The James Cooley Show. It's your life. That's right.
enlighten our next generation of leaders and heroes, get your copy of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James J.C. Cooley, available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold.
Dr. James J.C. Cooley. It's the James Cooley Show.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and ain't nothing but a party thing. And Todd had mentioned something about that Texas toast. Now, he got me thinking Texas toast right now. Todd, why you put that on my mind, man?
I don't know. Now I'm hungry. I want some Texas toast.
You know what? And once Stacey finished educating us, I think everybody just listening and watching the show is going to want some Texas toast. 'Cause that's how we do it in Texas. We do it big, or we don't do it at all. So I tell you, our viewers out there, just bring it all in. We're talking about are you present? Are you present? A lot of times, and I'm gonna let Stacey get off into this, or Michelle gonna have this segment. But many times we might be at something or in a position or a time, but we're not present because our mindset is not right. But we are there, but we're not present. Stacey getting ready to lay it down to you on when you know that you're present. In order for us to learn, in order for us to achieve anything, mindset wise, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we have to be present. And I'm gonna turn that back over to Stacey for her to follow up on that one. And Michelle, you got it.
Oh, okay. Okay, guess I think she's waiting for me to ask her a question. So
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize because I was thinking that's what was getting ready to happen, and I was waiting. But since I do have this, can I piggyback on what we were talking about before we went to the break? So being in spaces sometimes in life when we're facing, some challenges, we all going to face some challenges. Keep living, as the old folks will say, keep living. You're going to face some challenges. But I want people to understand that with the challenges, it is up to us to be aware enough in that space to understand that this is an opportunity to grow. It's not an opportunity to back away and cower, but we have to become aware enough of who we are in situations to be able to navigate effectively through our process of whatever it is. Sometimes people have checked out and they need to check back in. So and be aware.
well, awareness is one of the most important things. How does a person become aware of, let's start from the beginning of who they are? Because, and I hope this makes sense, sometimes you're in situations where you don't know why you're blacking out. You don't know why you're present in certain situations, but maybe to understand it, you need to know or be aware of who you are and what you can tolerate. Does that make sense?
It does. And you hit the nail on the head when you said that we need to be aware of who we are. This goes into so many things, and the first thing that pops into my mind is emotional intelligence. That's like one of my favorite subjects. But I also wrote a program called SOAR, and it stands for self-observation, adjustments, alignments, the two A's, and resilience. Because in the S is the self. We must be able to distinguish what is it about us that is not like someone else, because we all have skin, we all have hair, we all have eyes, hands, toes, we can go on and on and on. But what makes you distinctive? There is some talent, gift, skill, and or ability that sets you aside from somebody else. And of course, yes, we have many computer programmers, we have many speakers, but for me, See, my thing is, I'll say the example I would use that makes me different is I'm a word girl. So I can literally, I have taught on the word if for a month, because if means in the event that, so we have to go, find out, well, what events need to take place to get something done, because what I was teaching on was having the best part of life, eating the good of the land, some may call it. But if you don't go through these events, these steps, these processes, then it's probably not going to happen. You're not going to have that end result.
But you know what, Stacey, do you believe that knowing and being aware of who you are, it includes how you handle stress in trying times and adversity? Some people, they handle it different ways. Some people, they run, but that's not a good thing, because it's not, you have to, I guess I'm going to say is, do you agree you have to be present to what's going on to really understand how you feel about it and how you feel about yourself?
Right. Like I just said, some people have checked out. So in checkout mode, I don't know why I just saw the conveyor belt just going, it's doing the same thing over and over again. The cashier behind the counter is taking the items, and it's different items, but they're doing the same thing over and over again. Not necessarily, they're not even aware sometimes of what was put in the bag. Have you ever gone through the checkout line? Ooh, I love it when these little nuggets drop in my mind. You're going through the checkout line, and the person is just checking your stuff out, putting it in the bag. And then you say, hold up, wait a minute, what was that? And they have to go back to the screen because they weren't even aware of what they had in their own hand and put in a bag. Not to say that they had to be, but this is just an example of how times when we're checked out, we're not even paying attention to what we're putting in our own bag, in our own person. What are you building your character with? How are you making it through situations? How are you showing up to the world? But if we can go back to your last question, if we don't know ourselves, we don't even have any clarity of how we show up when stuff happens in life. How you show up when people put you off in traffic is the automatic thing for you to flip them off or have road rage.
But, but when someone is not present, right? In a lot of situations, I mean, it can, this title covers so many things, right? A person could be not present in a conversation because maybe they're bored, or maybe it's not interesting to them, or it has nothing to do with why they're there. There's so many reasons why people aren't present. However, do you believe that you have to examine, not be only aware of who you are, but also aware, what are you prioritizing in your life? The backstory of why you're not present more often than others, and more often than not. You see where I'm going with that?
Well, the big thing, you said something, because they're bored. Most of the time, we don't have the capacity to add something else to our mind. We're so far thinking about yesterday, next week, what I'm going to do when I get home, instead of being in that moment. That's the present I'm talking about. And awareness, being present gives you awareness. Have you ever felt something weird in your body and you stopped and paid attention to it, and then you realized maybe that there was something, a sticker bri sticking in your clothes? I don't know, what a lot of people may not know what a sticker bri is. I'm from the country, so we run through the woods and we get these little things that come off the trees that got these little stickers, little pointed things, and it's like, oh, wait a minute. But if we don't pay attention to it, the thing could ruin your clothes. So we in the present, the moment, and I was studying this in moment. I had to study it, and y'all, let me tell you, we're gonna probably have to come back to break for this one, but from break with this one. But the definition of moment, what I studied and found, has blown my mind, because it has nothing to do with, like people say, like a space and time. Yes, that is a part of the definition, but I looked at it from a mathematical standpoint, which is how the world is created. If you pay attention to everything, it's all numbers. You want to go to space, you got to find the right numbers. But people, people really, we have to become present in moments, in wherever you are, whatever you're doing, at work, at home. Pay attention. There's a guy named Eckhart Tolle. He was on Oprah Winfrey's Sunday, Super Soul Sunday, and this thing just stuck with me since then. He said it's been a few years now. Being present. When you're in the shower, be in the shower. Feel the water. Smell the soap. Know how many people have picked up something and put it in their hair and it wasn't supposed to be in their hair? It wasn't shampoo. I'm just saying, if you got little kids, they put everything in the bathroom. They play with it in the tub. You pick it up and use it and not even paying attention. That's what awareness is, paying attention. Dr. James, you know about paying attention to detail from the military.
Absolutely. And, being aware, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, you can be in a room, or you can, just like you mentioned the shower thing, but you're not really there because you're not really paying attention. You're thinking about, just like what you said yesterday, next week, next month, and just not aware of being present and taking whatever the situation or circumstances in, and realizing that, every moment counts. Being present counts. Some things we just can't get back. And, so we have to be true to ourselves, at least I think, to Dr. Stacey. And just, I tell you, cherish the things that are important in our life, cherish the things that we need to be focused on, cherish the moment. We got to take a station break, but we're going to come back. We're going to pick it up. And we got a lot more of Dr. Stacey Bulluck coming your way. If you want to be part of this conversation, all you have to do is just go to the platform that you're watching this on, or pick up that phone and dial 1-888-344-1170, the platform you're watching this on. Go to the comments. Ask any question that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. It's your life. We'll see you shortly after the break.
There's more stories of greatness to help you overcome adversity coming up on It's Your Life with James Cooley.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, or hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? And everything that you do.
The James Cooley Show. It's your life. That's right. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life.
bigger, better, and more impactful life awaits you. Get the new audio version of his book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, by Dr. James Cooley, on Amazon or wherever books are sold.
Dr. James
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and this is the segment that I asked my great producer, Todd. Todd, what you think about the show so far?
Oh, I think it's a great show. I can see why you had Dr. Stacey back on, and this is a good one for our listeners. It is, like you said, it's enlightening and educating.
Educating, enlightening, and also bringing awareness, because a lot of times we just wander around. We might be in the space, but we're not really there. I mean, I can contest or attest to that over the last 3-4 weeks. I've been in spaces and my mind wasn't there. But then we have to go back and refocus and think about the moments and think about all of those things. So I think all of these things are so important. And I tell you, our audience, our viewers out there, if you're listening and if you want to be part of the conversation, all you have to do, you can pick up the phone and call Todd at 1-888-344-1170, or go to the platforms, over 68 live platforms that you're watching us on, and all you have to do is just go to the comments, ask any questions that you might have. One of the things I want to do before I bring Stacey back on, I want to show her book promo to you all. And you're going to find out how great this young lady is and a lot of the things that she's doing. 3-time best-selling author, getting ready to be 4. Got all type of books out there, just doing so many great things. Here we go.
Dr. Stacey Bulluck is the CEO of Power in Resilience Workforce Development and Coaching Agency and the author of 5 spiritual healing books. She is a 2-time #1 best-selling Amazon author. Dr. Stacey has been creating compelling and inspiring written art since the age of 10. To date, her published literary art, which started with Beaten Oil and Don't Let Your Brain Go Numb, Regaining Power Through Resilience. She wrote a chapter called The Healing of My Heart in an anthology titled I Am My Sister's Keeper, which went #1 on Amazon as well. Next, her book Recognizing the Stranger in the Mirror was also a #1 best-selling book on Amazon, and now she has written another captivating, life-changing book titled Are You Present? All of Dr. Stacey's books may be purchased on Amazon. She can also be reached at stacey@powerinresilience.com. Visit powerinresilience.com for workshops and speaking engagements.
I am a speaker of the Word of God. I am a life giver. I am a life igniter. And you too have a purpose and the will of God to fulfill today. God bless you.
Dr. Stacey, as a lot of other things that they don't know, you're a singer, artist, you create certain things, painting, I mean, everything. I'm talking about, I think the good Lord gave you the whole package. and not just that, but from a spiritual perspective, you love the Lord. And I think all of those things are so important for us to stay grounded, stay in faith, and continue to educate our viewers, our listeners, people around us. They're making them better because they make us better. So I want to pick it back up with your new book, Are You Present? And a lot of people, I believe, they have to understand that in order to be present, just like I said, anybody will wander off if they're not present. But I believe, and you talk about this in your book, I believe, you talk about goals and aspirations, inspiring to be the best you can be, because it comes from expiring from what you see. And you had mentioned something earlier about know yourself. I mean, in order for you and at least in my opinion, in order for a person to really be successful unto the true value,
Mm-hmm.
they have to understand who they are. And
Mm-hmm.
I write about and I talk about all the time. Know yourself,
For sure.
accept yourself,
Mm.
know yourself, accept yourself, love yourself before you share yourself. And I think being present has something to do with all of that, so that a person can be the best them that they can be. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, you mentioned about goals and aspirations, and this is where I found that word moment in a different light. I'm so excited. Who, for those of you who uh, teach, please study, find out the full depth of something so that we can help somebody else become better, as we we're just talking about. But our goals and our aspirations, they allow us, they bring us to this place to envision when we're present. Because when they come to us in the moment, if we don't grab it, it could pass on by. How many times have you had a thought and then the next thing you know, you get distracted with something else and you go, oh my goodness, I lost that thought. We may be losing moments. And I said I was going to talk about the mathematical version of moment. And it says that a moment is a mathematical expression involving the product of a distance and a quantity such as physical force, magnetic force, electric charge, and velocity. So listen to what I say about your being who you are, your authentic self, knowing who you are. When we know who we are, then we can continue to be our authentic self. I learned to accept that I'm a writer, and I don't accept writer's block because I am a writer. I have the ability to do that. I have the ability to pull that out of me at any given moment. But we have to know what that means. Being present allows us to envision our dreams and goals in real time, if you will, meaning that in the space it comes to, we get the force of it and ride its electric charge, reaching a velocity that propels us to succeed. Man, let me tell y'all something. Moments give us velocity. Moments propel us, and we have to be aware that this moment is for us. See, sometimes people think that the moments are not for them. It must be for somebody else. This dream, this goal, this passion, it must be for somebody else. But when we become absolutely 100%, and sometimes it's not always 100%, it could be 100% for that time being, but there's always growth. That's why I'm saying it this way, because we will grow through and past who we were last year, I hope.
Wow, that's deep. Deep. So, Dr. Stacey, how is awareness the key to success? Can you kind of break that down?
Can I break it down? Let's see. The key to success is understanding. That's and we can leave it at that simple term for time's sake, but it's having an understanding, having a knowledge. Again, I have to use myself as an example. If I did not know that I'm also an artist, then the visions that I see of things that people would think, what in the world? I bought some tree moss and created a piece called Water Her. It's beautiful. But if I didn't realize that I was an artist, I would have allowed that vision to pass by, thinking, well, I am not looking for moss. I don't need tree moss. Well, yes, you do, because you get ready to create a piece where you're going to need this tree moss and this wood. Oh, okay. I'm listening. I'm paying attention.
You mentioned tree moss. And we do. I mean, nature sometimes comes in a lot of different forms, and a lot of people look at tree moss. No, I don't need that, but it's part of the plan. We gotta take a station break. But you know what? You're putting it down so good that I don't want to take a station break, but I got to because we got to pay the bills. And I tell you what, whichever platform that you're watching this on, if you want to be part of this great conversation, all you have to do, go to the platform, comment portion of it, ask any question that you might have, or pick up the phone, KCBQ AM 1170 Answer FM 96.1. 1-888-344-1170. My main man, my producer Todd, will put you through because it's your life. And we'll see you shortly after the break.
There's more stories of greatness to help you overcome adversity coming up on It's Your Life with James Cooley.
Dr. James J.C. Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life.
Dr. James J.C. Cooley from the United States of America, and I am here to just say, first of all, I'm so happy and honored to be in the Coffee Book 2023, Unified Brain Z and the other organizations. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this collection.
Next generation of leaders and heroes, get your copy of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James J.C. Cooley, available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold.
Dr. James J.C. Cooley.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. And hey, Todd, I think I'm down to about the last 9 minutes, but this is so good. This is so good. Hey, Stacey, you got to come back and we got to do a part 2 on this one. We got to.
All right.
You know, I tell you, this has been great. And we got a caller on line 1. Hey, Todd, can you put that caller through? Todd. Hello, caller.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear. I can hear you now. How you doing, caller?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you today?
I am doing absolutely wonderful. As you know, that Dr. Stacey Bulluck is educating us and on a lot of things that I believe that are so important to us understanding why we need to be present at a lot of things. You got a question, caller? First of all, can you tell our audience who you are and where you calling from?
Sure. My name is Josh, and I live in San Diego, and I'm currently down in Spring Valley. Just ended up my workday. Before I heading home, I wanted to give you a call. I heard the doctor. I just caught the tail end talking about the moment, and it kind of correlates to something I have tried throughout the years, and that's, I guess, the same thing, moments of clarity, where you really see everything for how it is. You are feeling control of yourself, the situation. You see truth, God, yourself, everything in that moment. And I think we're probably talking about the same thing. And just as when you do live in the moment and have those moments of clarity and you do something positive, that you carry it out throughout your life, the negative is also true. The times where you don't reach out to a relative and then they pass away, or you don't take care of your obligations and then you never get that opportunity because that door closes. And I was really psyched up by hearing the conversation.
Dr. Stacey, you want to respond to that?
I think that is awesome. What I heard him say was what I talked about from the new definition that I just found recently about moment. It's a force, and it should propel us to do something. And when we do something, like he said, we pick up the phone, we make that phone call because there's some stuff about to come down the pike or not, but we still make the phone call, and who knows what the phone call stops. What the obedience does and makes the change in this, that's the velocity. The obedience gives you some velocity to now go through your next time that you have to get something done, that the moment shows up.
Josh, that was an absolutely fantastic question, my friend. And I thank you for listening to my show. You call in anytime, my friend. Call in anytime, because the what you just said, the type of question that you asked, is going to help enhance others. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Josh.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Hey, Stacey, I want to ask this question about, in understanding, are you present? We also have to understand our worth. Our worth, not just from a self perspective, but that's part of what we're doing, but from an overall perspective, just like what this caller just mentioned. And I just went through a situation, you already know that, where I wish I could have been in that moment and picked up that phone and reached out, but not knowing the worth and not knowing the situation circumstances change. Can you tell our viewers and listeners why it's important to understand their worth from a self-worth and from an overall perspective, because you're helping others?
Well, perspective is everything. Shouldn't use the word everything. Is part of the process. It's a huge part of it, because how we think about something is how we perceive it to be. And when I say that, I mean we have a representation of what it is to us in our mind and in our heart. So if it represents something that is not positive, we tend to stay away from it. And that's probably how we stay stuck, when we don't want to approach the things that we don't, as I said a few minutes ago, understand. Because understanding, having the knowledge of what will happen if I do this, because I know my process, I know the pattern that I have gone in, and understand that I've broken some patterns that I didn't need to go in anymore. Like, I needed to start trusting myself. I needed to believe in who I am to get to a point where I would have a clear understanding as to who I am. That gives you your self-worth.
That gives you your self-worth. Hey, Dr. Stacey, real quickly, we only got about two minutes left in the show. People don't know about your show. Can you please tell them about your show, how they can listen to it and tune in and also be guests? Real quickly, 35 seconds.
Absolutely. Tools for Everyday Living. Tools for Everyday Living. Every Friday, 6 p.m. Central Time on YouTube or my social media platforms, which are all Stacey Bulluck, Stacey _Bulluck with a ULLUCK.
Well, Stacey, got one question, and we got about less than a minute.
Mm-hmm.
How harmful is it to judge your worth by what other people say about you? I mean,
That's devastating. That's taking you out of the picture. That's giving you a space of non existence. You exist, you are valuable, and you are necessary. So do not take yourself out of the space of existence.
we cannot take ourselves out of space of existence. Otherwise, we have no power for ourselves. I'm talking about controlling ourselves. So that is so important. And I hope our viewers and our listeners caught that one. Can you say it one more time, Stacey?
Can I say that one more time? Do not take yourself out of existence. Know that you are necessary and that you are valuable to this earth. You are needed.
Stacey, as always, you got a standing invitation to my show. You already know that. I want to thank you so much. I still think we need to do part 2 on this, especially when the book is getting ready to get released. So I like to thank you for taking the time to come on the show. I like to thank my producer Todd Pirate, great producer KCBQ AM 1170 Answer FM 96.1. I like to thank Dr. Michelle Cooley for always putting together these great shows. I'd like to thank, most importantly, our viewers and our listeners for tuning in to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Saturday, the best of the James Cooley Show, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. KCBQ at AM 1170 Answer FM 96.1. And also Sunday, the best prime time of the James Cooley Show, Sunday, 10 a.m., 11 a.m., KCBQ, AM 11, AM 1170 Answer and FM 96.1. Always dream big, think big, and be big. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. It's your life. We'll see you then.
The James